Renegade, 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 renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't.
Head coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got this down to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. Got three down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Michael Brockers able to drop him for a loss of 4. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
17. Hey, 5.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll buy some time right. Now he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Orange, orange, orange. Starting left here.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Davis. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And this is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Super.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave them looking at a 4th and 1. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, Mayfield steps away to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
They pitch it out to Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They see him the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the red zone now, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
Out of his end zone, Mayfield being chased out left. And some room to roam now. And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action. Mayfield buying time to his left. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Detroit! Hot!
2nd down, Mayfield. Going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Third and long for Mayfield. And that is intercepted. good. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. On fourth down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. Goff again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Mayfield now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing through the contact. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw. And this is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mark Barron coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
26, Mike. Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will put them on top here in the third. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield off the play fake. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abukum coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16.
Over. Jack. Be good.
Mayfield to throw it. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mayfield now on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
Detroit!
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Gun!
Now Mayfield. Toward the pylon, caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Gun!
Mayfield. From left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Goff. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And down inside the 15 he goes. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Back to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
All right, here we go.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team privately within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?